Episode 8. Change is contagious. Once it starts, it doesn't stop. It's one spark, one voice that refuses to stay silent. Because when one person stands up, others begin to wonder if they can too. That's how change spreads, not as a loud explosion, but as a quiet wave, unstoppable. Following the weeks shifted, something in the office had shifted. No one said it aloud, but everyone could feel it. In the break room, the interns didn't fall silent when Nate entered anymore. Ava, who once spoke timidly, now presented her ideas with steady confidence. Then came the email, not from Leo, but from Victor. Subject: we should start listening to each other more. It wasn't long. It didn't name names. It was just an invitation. If you've ever seen something wrong, you're not alone. Part 2, Nate strikes back. But systems don't like chain reactions. Nate didn't stay quiet. Soon, an anonymous post on the company's internal forum began circulating. Some people just want attention. Be careful who you stand next to. Side glances returned. Conversations stopped mid-sentence. The tension started to creep back in. But this time, Leo wasn't standing alone. At the monthly company meeting, something happened that no one expected. Ava was chosen to present part of the creative team's update. She stood calmly, clicked to the first slide, and said, "Culture isn't a slogan. It's something we choose every day." Beneath the headline was a quote. It came from Leo, but no name was attached. The room held its breath. Ava looked up and continued, "I used to be afraid to speak. Now I'm more afraid of what silence protects." There was a pause, then applause. Not polite, not routine, real. Even one of the senior directors stood up, not to leave, but to join in. After the meeting, Leo walked out quietly. He wasn't sure what had happened or what it meant. Then, a hand landed gently on his shoulder. It was Jason. "I didn't think I'd ever say this," he began, "but today, I heard something I hadn't heard before." He paused. "Thank you, Leo. You've made me question what I've been taking for granted." Leo nodded, and for the first time, Jason smiled. Part 5, the final connection. The next morning, Leo arrived early. On his desk was a folded note, handwritten, no name. "I don't know where to begin, but I know I want to be part of this. Kara, HR." Leo sat for a moment. Looking at the note, the chain reaction had begun. No orders, no campaign, no permission. Just one person connecting with another. When fire meets fuel, it spreads. But when truth meets courage, it becomes something more. It becomes contagious. The chain reaction doesn't need force. It doesn't ask for permission. It just needs one person to go first, then another, and soon it becomes unstoppable. Sweet text on screen, Episode 9 teaser. Next episode, The Resistance. Not everyone welcomes change. Some fight to keep the old order alive. And Leo is about to find out not every reaction ends cleanly.